Oh, oh my god, stop.
I see what happened. It was scuff, but it's all fixed now.
Oh my god, stop.
Super scuff. Don't worry
Okay,
about that. So here's the intro
start
again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of the GG Show. We've got my co-host underneath me, as always, Ishro, and we've got our guest this week. This week, we LatvianOutplay. If you guys don't know who the man is, you should absolutely check him out or learn throughout this episode. Why don't you guys take a minute, say hi to everyone.
Well, hello, I am the guy that's been known for shouting a lot of
He does say that. He loves to say that. That's his thing. All right, we'll boost that up a little bit too. Perfect.
Jesus Christ.
All right, you know what? We're actually going to kick him off. He's being very mean right now. We're going to start the show over with someone else again.
Yeah. Anyone out there want to?
It was short-lived.
Participate?
At least I was on. I can still. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna frame it, and I'll say I was on.
Yep. Resume material.
Definitely.
All right. So for those of you guys who know, obviously we start off every episode here with inviting one of our viewers' choices. He has chosen beer for us to drink, so let's have a sip.
Cheers.
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 Well, I do have Jaeger, but it was way too late to go to the shop to get some Red Bull.
Fair enough. That would have been a little bit more of an extreme episode, I believe.
It would have been. Yeah.
It would have been a lot more. I feel like it would have been a lot faster, though.
It would have definitely felt faster.
Yeah, a lot more words per second. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I have a couple quick questions here to get through. Which is number one, what got you into streaming in the first place?
It was definitely. I actually started streaming on Mixer, believe it or not, when Realm Royale came out. Realm Royale came out, and I started streaming on Mixer because I wanted the chicken skin, and it was really exclusive for Mixer. So in order to get I don't know what the chicken skin is called. But jailbird chicken skin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, is
So
that the one? Okay.
yeah, that's the
Mhm,
one. So
mhm.
in order to get the chicken skin, you had to stream on Mixer, and then you had to make it till top 10, and then you're gonna be there's a chance of you getting hosted by a hype train or something like that. Um,
Mhm.
and then if you win the game while everybody's watching, then they send you a code for the chicken skin.
Oh, so it's actually hard to get, eh? And how
Yeah,
do you
it
get
was.
it? You
Mhm.
say
Yeah, it
top
was.
10. What do you mean by top 10? Like just in the max
So
top 10?
in a match, yeah. So you keep streaming, and then I don't know how they trigger it on Mixer. So and then if they know that you're in top 10 situation in Realm Royale, then they're gonna just host you, and then a bunch of people are watching you. And then if you
Oh,
actually win the
cool.
game, then they're gonna send you a code. But that was really early.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
actually
long time
really
Yeah.
ago.
cool. They had a lot of really cool
Uh,
integrations with high res because there was a lot of stuff with paladins, I believe, too, right? Like you can grind mixer points for
exactly.
specific skins in paladins.
So that's exactly how it worked for Realm Royale exclusively. So obviously they had the exclusive deal mixer with the Realm Royale back in the day as well. So that was the one way of getting people streaming Realm Royale.
Yeah, they didn't really do much with Twitch, did they? It was just a mixer thing, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was mixer exclusive, so they never made a deal with Twitch. So that's just the way how I started streaming. So
Now,
I was streaming.
did you have any interest prior to that, or did you literally do it for that and enjoy it because
I,
or were you always interested and that's what pushed you into it?
I never thought about it, but once I just wanted the chicken skin, so it was something exclusive. So obviously, that would be my first skin in Ram Royale, and it was really exclusive. So I was like, I'll try it. And the more I played it, and the more people just started watching and dropping by, the more I enjoyed it.
Dude,
What
I
made you
love
switch from Mixer to Twitch?
It's definitely the people. Just there wasn't enough clout for people to stay on Mixer,
Mhm,
especially
mhm.
for Ram Royale. It wasn't big deal back then, and it's still not big deal right now.
dude,
It
I
was
love
never a
that
big
you
deal,
like
except for like a
accidentally
week.
started streaming.
Oh yeah, that's just the way how it started, which was like more than a year ago now. I think close to 2 years now.
Dude, that's amazing, man. With your it's good to hear you had a really organic start with like streaming and stuff like that because your personality is very just organic and fun to watch. So it's almost like really good to hear that that's how you stumbled into it because it feels like it really fits who you are. You know, you're kind of just like going along. And you're like, all right, let's start fucking streaming. Oh, look, people are coming. Let's keep doing it. Sounds like a fun time, man.
Yeah, it just rolled like into a snowball, that them you just get addicted, you just seeing people enjoying the chat and just being with you in this journey.
Yeah, it
Oh,
makes playing so much more fun, in my
Oh,
opinion.
definitely.
100%. Yes, we like. I could not agree more, man. Streaming like I was saying this the other day when I was doing the 24-hour. It's just I had people talking and chatting and hanging out like the whole time, and I was like I can't believe this is something I get to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
It's like
Mhm.
having a bunch of friends, but they're not coming over, and you don't
Yeah.
like have to clean after the party. That's how it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Eh,
and it's perfect friendship to have during social distancing time.
Yeah.
There
Because
it
like everyone
is.
else
Yeah.
is missing their friends, where I'm like, yo, me and my friends
Hmm,
are chilling
hmm.
more right now. Like,
Yeah, everyone's around now.
Because it is amazing, and streaming is a beautiful thing.
So how long did it take you to see growth in your channel? Like, did you see it quickly because of that promotion they had going, or?
Well, the promotion, yeah, I kind of died up pretty quickly. I only streamed for like 2 or 3 weeks on Mixer, and then I was like, okay, this is going nowhere. So I'm gonna try to switch on Twitch and see how things are gonna go.
Yeah. And then so then on Twitch, how long would you say it took you to see growth there?
The I wasn't probably streaming for the first, I think, for the first year on Twitch. So I was just playing or nothing. The only thing I was streaming, it was really 10K tournaments. When I was playing in 10K tournaments, that was the only thing that I streamed, pretty
Oh,
much.
okay.
Hmm,
So,
hmm.
when would you say you started? Like, because
So
right now you're streaming basically daily, right? Like,
yeah.
so
So
when did you
yeah,
transition to
okay.
that? Sorry, I
So
didn't.
yeah, that's fine. So I started streaming September when I sat down and said to myself, okay, maybe there's something that we can do something about this, because I had like a lot of traction already in the community because I knew a lot of people.
Mhm.
So
Great community.
yeah, and then that's exactly when I said to myself, okay, let's do this for a month, and let's see where it's gonna take us. And 8 months down the line, right now, I'm still going strong.
Yeah.
So I'll say early September, like August September, when I started streaming.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Cool,
Like,
cool.
I definitely love watching your channel and stuff like that, especially when I see just like, bro, sometimes I'm watching, and maybe it's because I don't know cuisine that well, but like, some of the shit I see you do, I'm like, what the fuck even just happened? Like, you're just like zipping around using those fucking jump traps and like the dash. I'm like, this man just moved like 30 times in a second, and I still have no fucking idea where this man is.
Yeah, you're not the only one to say that. It's like I see a lot of shooting. It's a BR game, but I don't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like the way you play it, it's like a whole. Like honestly, I was trying to find a good clip to like represent what I've been seeing, and like there wasn't one that like fully captured where like you're just like popping off like insanity. You know what I mean? Like I still think I got some pretty nice clips that we'll be able to watch.
Yeah, because there's a lot of mechanics that go behind the game, and there's so many things that you can do in the game that it's really hard to capture in like 30-second video
Yeah, for sure, for
of
sure.
the beauty of the game.
Especially when like other people are the ones clipping it too, right? Because they don't really know like what you're kind of looking for in the clip, or like what you're like what is like the actual outplay that you did and stuff like that.
The outplay that you did, nice.
So what do you consider true success through streaming then? Have you ever thought about that?
Definitely, I think the persona that I have on Twitch, I think that's the most important thing, and being able to make friends quickly. I think those are the two important things. If you want to grow quickly, that's what you have to do. You have to locate the people that really actually like you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just grow from them.
That makes
Once you have
sense.
Because once you have traction with people, then it's just like a snowball effect, People just keep coming and coming and watching. And the more people are
100%.
involved,
No,
the better it's gonna go.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure, man. Seeing those like genuine connections form through streaming are one of my favorite things. Like about it, like the fact that like that was one thing I didn't really expect when I started doing all this. Was like I didn't really expect how just genuine I would feel about like all these people. Like it was just it's such
Exactly,
an amazing community.
I just meet people, randomly especially from NA. A lot of people I know from NA, and people are dropping subs and donating money to a guy that, I'm nothing to him. Like, and it's crazy to see that people are so generally like kind to do that for me. So it's I think that's just above and beyond.
Oh, 100%.
I appreciate the entertainment, the eats.
Yeah, eats, man. Yeah, you gotta keep those eats coming, man. No, keep the support. Oh man, no, that's actually fucking awesome. Especially like the thing with like gifted subs and stuff like that. It's so just like above and beyond. Like I like when anyone subs, I'm like, oh shit, like this person is taking the time to spend their money on me. And then they're like, when people gift subs, it's like, holy shit. Not only did they just pay like to get themselves on, now they're just like, here, you guys come like fucking join the community, hang out with you. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for you, join the community. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking crazy to see. Like, I always say those people are like crazy in all the best ways. You know, like they're so just nice and supportive, and I absolutely appreciate them.
Awesome.
The only thing was you kind of answered how do you get successful through streaming, but I was asking what do you consider true success through streaming? Like not necessarily an end goal, but like when
I get what you mean, yeah. So I think it's the friendships that you can form with people, the emotional connection between you and the viewers. I think if you can do that, then you're gonna be successful at what you're doing. I think that's the most important thing to people, because people are lonely. The people that watch the stream, they're not really sociable people. So if you can make another person online feel like they're your friends, and they really care about you, then I think that's a success in my book.
100%, man. On that note, have you ever had like a touching or emotional moment during your time streaming?
Oh, definitely. I have cried. I have cried on stream many occasions. I think first one I remember always the first one. It it was Sanchez, F Sanchez. I don't know if he's here today, but he's from Real Madrid community as well. And I think I was drinking for 12 hours straight on stream, and I think he dropped $50 on my stream, and I just bursted down in tears.
I saw that clip,
That was
dude.
like, you did, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
That was my first like real interaction. Is like, oh shit, this is actually real and this is happening.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, 100% Sanchez is an absolute awesome
Yeah.
guy, too.
He really is.
That clip was one where I was going through your clips. I saw that one and like
Yeah.
pretty sure I watched that one like twice. You know? I was like, all
Brought you to Kinger's Eye and everything.
right. 100%, man. My heart grew 3 times that day.
Yeah.
Do you have any other like stories you would want to talk about or bring up or anything like that with Touch of Your Emotion? Because I know you kind of said like you have a bunch, but
I can tell you. Do you know why do I call you Klinger, not Kinger?
no.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, I
So the
definitely
reason why-
noticed.
Yeah, have you noticed? Yeah. So it was. I think it was when we played FFA. It was, I don't know. It was the preseason of FFA when Deathmatch started, and I think you were in the same team with Andy.
Mhm.
And the Andy man or whatever he's.
That was my favorite team, dude. It was me,
Yeah,
Andy, and like I can't remember who it was. There's 2 other guys. I love that team. It was so fun, dude.
So Andy man used to bitch about you that you always know the best and you try to play Hammer Warrior or whatever.
Oh, that's because this guy wanted me to play fucking Blink
Yeah.
Sword Warrior.
Yeah, he did it. And then he started calling you the Klinger. So this is why I call you Klinger. And it just stuck me by it, and it was like 4 or 5 months ago now. So I just keep calling you Klinger from now on. From that day on, you're the Klinger.
That's hilarious, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, I still remember that because he kept trying to convince me that Blink Sword Warrior was the play, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, what
Yeah,
do you
and
mean?
he kept bitching about. I was like, Klinger always knows the best. I was like, you do remember it's Klinger, not Klinger. He's like, I don't care, it's Klinger.
Oh, that's
So I was
awesome,
like,
man.
Klinger it is.
Dude, I knew you. Like, the thing is, like, I would play it too, and then I'd like play hammer, and you just hear the hammer rounds. You'd be like, you know what would have been great there is a sword.
But yeah, those
Oh,
early
shit.
days of FFA, it was really good.
Mhm.
It was fun.
Well, I loved it, dude. I had so much fun. Smokey was on the team too. That was one of the other
Yeah.
guys. And then I'm trying to remember who the other one was.
I still had a clip where you were on top of the forge, and you were spectating. I don't know who you. Oh, you were spectating the zombie killer.
Oh, the one with the turrets, where he has the
Yeah,
turrets.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was
And you were
awesome.
commenting in the background.
Yeah, dude, that was when, like, because I'd used turrets ironically for so
Yeah.
long. And then they got buffed to where they were actually, like, used in the meta. And I was like, no fucking way. So I was in love with turrets, man. I was like, this is it. It's all about turrets.
Yeah, they bought the turrets just for Kinger.
Oh, man, turrets. Anytime anyone has turrets, I'm like, it's for me. That's mine. Do you see an end to streaming, or is it your goal to do it forever?
Oh, definitely do it forever. For now on, I could say comfortably, I could do this for the rest of my life, as long as the life lets me.
100%.
You know.
So actually, I like that answer, man. I was like, that should be anyone's goal who's doing it. And I get that sometimes things happen where, in the end, it doesn't work out, or just kind of life happens, and you're like, I can't. I don't have the time or whatever, like your PC busts and you can't afford a new, you know what I mean? Like, there's always something that could happen. So it's like, as long as your goal is to do it forever, I respect that. And even if it's not, I still respect that. But that's the one where I'm like, anyone who says I want to do it forever, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'm with you.
He's in it to win it.
In it to win it, is that what you said?
Yeah, in it to win it.
No, I don't quit anything, man.
Yeah.
So tell me more about, like, you have this whole kind of side career with like your athletic side and things like that, man.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit more about that, because through streaming, I don't find out too much about that.
Yeah. So well, I played volleyball.
Oh, hey, me too.
Professionally for 2 years.
Not quite professionally.
So which was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, I started playing professionally. But I dropped out of uni, and I started playing professionally. And then kind of life happened, and my uncle got sick So I flew back to my country for a few months, and then kind of had to take a different route in my life. So I started working and found some more time and started streaming. But now I just play volleyball semi professionally. Still I play in the highest division in the England. But
Mhm.
obviously I don't get paid anymore, and I just do it
The love of the game.
for love of the game. Yeah,
Yeah. All
What
right,
position
man.
you play?
that's it. I play outside hitter,
Oh,
which is
nice. That was middle.
left wing. You're middle. Jesus
Yep.
Christ! Why
Yep.
you're
Yep.
7 foot?
No, I was 6'4" and I was undersized.
Okay, yeah.
That's actually
I was
awesome.
short.
Thanks.
I was short
So
for my
that
position.
behind me, that's my that's the wall that I had it for like 2 years. I had like probably like 64 medals and like a lot of cups and stuff like that. So it's just a reminder of that I've been successful in life. I carry it on me,
Hmm.
and I still have a plaque because
Hmm.
I was the best sportsman in the UK in the Latvian community. So that was really nice.
That's awesome, man. That's
Cool.
fucking. That's something you can hold on to forever, too. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I had something I was about to say there and I lost it, but that's. Well, I have another question here, which is, how does it feel to join a community like Cuisine Royale, and just like absolutely dominate it? Just come in, and just fucking dick on everyone, like literally every single person that sees you is like, oh, I'm gonna get fucked. Like, what is it? You have the highest KDA or something? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, so how does it feel to just join a community and just absolutely steamroll everyone else?
um. Well, the community itself, the people that usually watch me, I don't really meet a lot of people that are in my chat and actually play against me. So they just clearly just watch me just because I dominate the game.
Because they're
But
scared of you, bro. They're scared.
they're not scared of me
They're
because
watching you to anti-Q snipe. They want to wait till you queue to make sure they queue after you.
There it is.
yeah, but it's nice because I feel like I have found my little gem that I'm really good at, and I just have to keep milking it and see wherever I can take this.
No,
And
100%, man. And how's the partner thing going? Because I didn't really. I just heard they did a partner thing. That's all I knew
yeah,
about it at all. Like, so what is
no,
that?
it's,
Do they give you like skins or anything, or is it kind of not really?
yeah, it's kind of it kind of works like in Realm Royale. They give you codes when a new update comes out or something new comes out. They give you codes to test it out if you want to do that, and then they give you like newsletter of what's gonna be updated, and then I can talk to devs and update them about how the game plays or any bugs or anything, any cheaters that I have the personal connection with the devs. I can just text them up and contact them, and they get back to me. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
but that's about it.
Cool.
But it's nothing really exclusive like that big, but it's still better than nothing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that makes sense. I remember I was watching one of your clips, and it was you were killing two guys on top of a tower, and you were yelling that they're teaming, and you were gonna get them banned.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, these guys are banned. I gotta get their names. Hold on. I have to go kill. Wait, guys, I have to kill him. I have to get his name to get him banned too. He's banned. Both these fucking idiots are banned. And I was like, so now that you say that, that's awesome. Like, that you really could just be like, here's this guy. Here's this fucking idiot.
Yeah, just you have to send the clip in, and then there's session ID at the bottom, and then just they watch the clip and they just ban people right in the other spot.
Huge,
You know.
huge
Cool.
fucking band, man. Do it. That's sick. You're like the fucking cops too now. You're like the Casino Royale police.
The FBI open up.
FBI, open up. It's Latvian, bitches. All you teamers return to lobby. Oh, man. So moving on now to our next segment, which is clip time. I have pulled 10 clips, I believe, of your channel. I think a lot of them are Cuisine Royale, with a couple of Realm Royales maybe mixed in there to pepper in between. At this point, though, you have to unmute the stream so you can hear it that way, because that's the way to get the volume to you. Alright, are you good to go?
Yeah, good go.
Okay.
Got him.
Eat a fat one.
I remember this one. Full team on me. I knocked 2. Knocked 3. All 4 dead.
Oh, savage.
Oh boy.
Wait, like knock 2? Oh, knock 3?
Look at all that loot.
Dude, that's the craziest thing about this game is everyone explodes into like 40 pieces of loot. Like every single person I've seen him kill
Yeah,
explodes into like 40 pieces of loot. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy holding?
So yeah, it's like if you ever played Path of Exile, then you have like that kind of looting system in this game.
Used to play a lot of Diablo 2, never really got into PoE.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been right up my alley.
And so you want
I
to
don't
talk
know why I
about?
didn't
Do you,
get into
do
it.
you want me to talk about the clip?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
If you want to.
This clip is my first quad kill. So there's an achievement that you have to get in a game. Get 4 kills in less than 10 seconds. You know, in order to achieve it. So this was my first quad kill. So I wiped the whole team in less than 10 seconds, and I got the achievement.
Oh, dude.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, this one was sick to watch, man. Just because, like, I love the grenades, man. What made me laugh the most, too, because you're just like, got 2, oh, got 3. And then, like, yeah, you fucking gun the other guy down. These guys all get fucked. I think you killed 5 here total, right? Because you gunned down the driver first.
Yeah.
How much damage does the storm do? I'm trying to see where your health is.
It doesn't do that much.
True. So you can, I didn't even catch that until just now. That you just dip into the
Yeah.
storm at them. Oh man. All right, let's move on to the next clip then.
Fast. Fuck up. Drive into something.
No.
Hit something. I can't remember every single clip. I think.
Yo, get fucked that.
Okay.
Dude, eh?
That's cute.
Fast.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice shot. I figure, like, for you, this probably
in
wasn't
my
too
highlight
difficult,
video.
but-
Yeah. No, it was. I was impressed because I was like few Jaeger shots deep in that game. So
You couldn't believe it. Yeah.
yeah.
You can
I
tell just by your camera.
To be honest, looking back now, I think I might have seen this one live. Maybe not. I'm not sure now, but like this one, it's very familiar.
Yeah, you always show up when I stream in my unicorn costume. So
Yeah. All right, let's see this next one. Oh, dude, this one just makes me laugh too. This is great.
Or maybe even this one. Oh yeah. This was one of my big. This was one of the breakthrough videos of mine. Like, this has the most views on Cuisine Royale.
Yo, Mario, thank you so much for that song, brother.
Good man was just flying.
Holy shit, guys!
So he placed a trap there that like launches him into the air. That's what he drew on the ground.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so he like when he came up the stairs after him, it like launches him fucking in the air. Here, I'll play it again.
That's
Like,
cool.
check this. You'll see he like hops over to the roof and then he'll go down the stairs and place it.
Is that what it was? It looked like a spray to me, but you know, I don't. I
Yeah.
haven't
So
seen.
that,
it.
Yeah,
that's a trap basically.
Okay. Okay.
Put a trap here. So if someone walks
Yeah, see that. So if someone walks there now, it's gonna launch him in the air, right?
Okay. I see.
I don't have to worry about that place. Someone's gonna come up. There we go.
Fuck that dude, bro. It's so much better knowing that it's a fucking he did that now. Eh?
Clip for that.
Oh man, but yeah, Mario, thank you so much for that sub, man. I really appreciate the love and support here. Let's watch this one just one more time. I like this one; it was pretty funny. And I'll move on to the next clip. We
Yeah,
still
this
have...
is one of the big videos that made it through as well.
Yeah, I can see why, man.
Yeah.
So how, like, I see you drop those like all the time. How cheap are those to drop? Like, you just drop unlimited?
Oh, that's really cheap. Yeah, it's really cheap. It only costs like 10 souls, and every kill gives you like 150 or 200 souls or even more.
And they don't,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't see that as broken.
Yeah.
Can
But
you just like trap up a whole roof, or can you only have one?
Oh yeah,
guy at a
definitely.
time?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god.
You can put like 300 down. It's up to you.
Oh my god, that's actually so fucked, dude.
You can mess with people.
I'm just
like,
picturing
alone.
it now. Like, dude, I would literally spend the entire game just dropping traps and just fucking with people and get one kill, spend the souls. Oh man.
Oh, not this.
Bro, look at
This is
this.
this is the most viewed clip on Ram Royale for me. Yeah. I think he had like 14,000 clips. I mean,
Yeah.
14,000 hits before.
Bro, that's
I
so
had to re-upload
fucked.
it. So this is like,
This
Oh,
is
this
back
is
in
this
his
old
armor,
stone
though.
staff?
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
old stone staff.
Oh, dude, this is Fireball still. Look, it throws a fireball at the start of this video.
And by the way, Liberatory, the guy that was in my chat right now, he's the reason why I started playing Cuisine Royale.
Oh, Lib? Yeah, that makes sense.
Lib.
Lib,
It
what's
was
going on, dude?
Lib, Legabone, OG, and me.
Yeah, I never played that
Cuisine
game. I feel like it would have been right up my alley, but I just never got around to
Royale.
playing
Yeah.
it. Seems really like fun. Like again, dropping traps everywhere and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah, my like highlight video of that would all just be me launching people and like just like
You've
jump
been launching
shit.
yourself, Kinger. Let's be real here.
I'd be launching myself everywhere. I don't remember what this one was, to be honest.
3 of us.
Oh, okay, now I do. Yeah.
That's nasty. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one, boy.
So I literally took this clip I read out because I was like, "Oh, this is a sweet play," and then you were like, "I like that one." I was like, "All right, he likes this one. Let's take that." Yeah, that was a dirty drop shot there.
Yeah.
Was that his trap by himself? He was trying to launch himself onto the roof, or did
Yeah,
you
he
place
tried,
that?
yeah, no, he tried to launch himself off the roof because he knew I was somewhere high ground, so he wanted to launch himself off the roof. And...
Fucking mistakes were made, but you shouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Latvian was there. You see that mini show with the way he like dashes around you at the end? He only does it like once, but he does that shit like 4 times.
It's like a blink.
And
yeah,
he
it's like
has
you can
15
blink 4
jump,
times, yeah.
and he's fucking 15 jump pads or 300 or whatever you were saying. Yeah, dude, this game is probably nuts.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, this is a great clip too. I bet you remember this one.
Oh my god, not like this. These are like the best streams ever. When my buddies come around. When my buddies come around, they're the best.
Any other guy?
If the streaming doesn't work out, I think great karaoke.
Let's get some yaits in the chat for this. Alright, any comments on that one?
No comment. This one is just right place, right time.
comment.
Right time with the right amount of subs.
I love that, dude. That's awesome. We're not gonna watch that one muted though, because I feel like it won't have the same impact.
As per usual, same bot.
Oh, dude, this clip is great.
Dude. Oh my god.
Dude, he's styling on you. He's memeing on you. He's drinking pots right in your face.
Oh yeah, it's this bot that gets stuck here.
Yeah.
And he shoots you from the back too.
Yeah,
That's the
you
best.
gotta actually shoot him like on the stairs. Like even though you see him there, he's still on the stairs behind you. That's like the weird thing. Oh my god, dude, this one made me laugh so hard because I was like, yeah, you probably do just back off, but instead you just sit there like, just fucking hammer.
I knew what was going on after a while, but I was like, fuck it. You know,
Yeah.
You already
Yeah,
took me this far, so I was like, might as well just take me down.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
at first though. Oh, sorry.
It's
Sure.
like this literal bot in this one house, always in this same spot.
Yeah.
Like
It's
walking
like-
past the door and looking in, and you don't see anything, and you just start getting shot by this that same glitch bot.
Yeah. And how long is this game? Like, he's never been fixed? Glitch bot's still there? That's so funny, man. That shit can crack me up so hard. when he starts taking the potions, that's where I started like dying a lot for the first time. I was like, oh my god, he's styling. He's fucking, he's DMing you, dude. Alright, let's see. What is this one? Oh, yeah.
I get screwed over at the end there.
Just
This
immediate
is
karma.
karma, dude. This is
Yeah.
karma. Yeah, this was definitely karma.
You got killed by the swift hand of karma right here.
They are not joking about that one.
He's still there. The bot in the house is still there. That's what Chad's saying. Oh yeah, dude. That clip was great though. I was like, oh my god. Because at first I was like, how long is he gonna just do this for? And then you get shot. I was like, oh fuck it.
Yeah, his ability usually runs out after like I think 7 or 9 seconds or something like that. And I was just trying to time it, and I timed it wrong, and he just whips out a shotgun and shoots me in the face.
Yeah, he definitely shot the shit out of you, dude. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is a good one too.
Yeah, on the fucking boats. Yeah,
this is one of the drunk scenes. This is me going wild, dude.
I
Look at those
know.
feet. Look at those feet, dude.
On the fucking boats.
These are my early days, dude. This is exactly who I am today. And people usually say like, "Oh, delete these clips," delete these clips. But this is who I am right now.
Yeah, why would
You shouldn't be exactly. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can say this without like saying too much. I've watched 9 episodes worth of clips now, and there's only one clip I've ever told any one person to delete. Like that's it. Like everyone else, it's like never. Don't delete the clip. Don't worry about it. Like it's fine. It doesn't matter. Even that, like, who gives a shit? I would still do that today. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is a good one too.
And I'm playing with the famous Andy as well.
Yeah.
No, you must be.
That was a bot as well. That made it worse, dude.
No way, Jose. Holy shit, this guy is 10.
No, like, you think that was actually a bot? I don't think so.
Yeah, it was actually a bot.
No, there's 2 people together there, no? Oh, wait. You're saying the mage.
Yeah, the mage.
Yeah, the mage might have been a bot. Looking at it now, like, he's moving. Maybe not, though, dude. Look, hold on,
Maybe
hold
not,
on.
maybe.
No, look, it's not. Check it, right here. We're gonna dissect this, right? I'm going into super slow. You see right here. Right there. Look, the mage is not shooting. He's trying to run. Oh no, I'm an idiot. No, he's still just aiming. Do bots switch targets like that, though?
Yeah.
I feel like
They can,
targets
yeah.
coming in super hard sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Once the con connected and I saw my trajectory of flying, I was like, well, this is me. Right now.
Alright, let's see his face. Look. And here, he was like, uh-oh.
And this is where you knew you fucked up.
Oh my god, dude, that's awesome. Alright, so that is actually the last clip that we have for you. I told you I peppered in a couple Realm Royals. Did you say you'd be right back? Can you hear us still? No, I guess not. You take it headphones off. Let's wait a second then.
Oh, it's a kitty.
Yeah. It's worth it. We'll take a break for a sec. Cat break.
Worth it.
I'm ashamed of me all the time, Mario says. Alright. Okay, so the next thing we have here is we have our game time. And we have a new game here. This is the first time we've ever done this game, so bear with us if it doesn't work out exactly as planned. But we'll figure it out. It's our first time testing it. So the idea here is I've asked 25 people from the Realm community the exact same 10 questions. very basic questions, something they don't have to overthink. I then got everyone's responses to those questions and took the most picked responses. The most picked response for each question is going to be the answer that he's trying to guess. So, as I reveal the first question, I'll hope you guys figure it out. It's pretty simple. So here we go. All right, Latvian, what is the hottest drop right now? Everyone in chat, feel free to guess. Latvian, for this game now as well, you can read chat. You might want to take one of their guesses if you want.
I
or use one of your
would say
own.
crossing. I still gonna stick to my original, and I'll say crossing.
My home. Crossing is my home.
Yeah,
Crossing, eh?
crossing is my city.
Let's find out. The first answer is... Okay, so actually, hold on. Chat's throwing in some guesses here. Let's give them a few seconds to keep guessing. So far, we have 2 guesses for lumber. Do you want to keep your answers crossing, or do you want to switch to with
Definitely.
the chat? All right, he's going against chat. He's going against you guys. Let's find out.
Always bet on
Ooh, that's a
yourself.
dangerous game.
Ooh, there's a Trinity guess
Always
as
bet on
well.
yourself.
You bet on yourself, but there could be, look at how many people are already saying lumber. That's it. But I'm not trying to convince you either way. Let's find out what answer number 1 is. And revealing answer number 1, it is... Crossing!
Hey, I told
With
you.
18 of the people saying crossing.
I told you.
Wow.
I know
So-
my game, dude.
The number beside the answer will always be the amount of people who selected it. So crossing again.
Ocean.
Oh,
18. Ocean was not the hottest drop, surprisingly. Goblin, neither. If this was the least popular drop, Goblin might come up. Alright, so let's get on to question number 2. What is the weakest weapon in the game? Alright, give me a second here, guys.
Hmm. I'd say SMG.
Alright, so Liberatory is
Maybe.
either memeing or has not played Realm in a very long time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, everybody, throw your guesses in. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Before you guys guess this, I have to let you know there was actually a tie for the number 1 weakest weapon. So you guys have to guess 2. What is the 2 weakest weapons? The Vandal. The Shorty? It's definitely the Shorty.
No, the shorty's the best.
No, it's not. I disagree.
Yeah. It is. It's the best eco round gun in the game.
Weakest weapon in the game, I think. Arbalest before the nerf.
No. Currently, right now, though.
The old
What are the
Walmart
two-
Arbalest.
What are the 2 weakest weapons in the game?
Yeah, it's SMG. For me.
And what else? Though? There's 2. There 2 are
Oh,
tied.
there's
for the
2?
weakest. Yeah, 2
you
are
really
tied.
got a tie.
SMG and a melee.
And what? Sorry?
Melee. Just like a knife.
Oh, I didn't know we could pick that.
Dagger.
Interesting. All right, dagger. Let's see. I can be honest. It's
I
definitely
don't know.
not dagger because
Okay.
no one else
No,
selected that. But
it is fucking weak.
that is
though.
an interesting pick. I like that. No, I like that. Honestly, I like the dagger pick. All right. So the answer is to question number 2.
As long as I get one right, I'll be happy.
You got
I
one
can't mention you're
of
wrong
the
with the
2.
SMG.
The SMG was
Heirloom.
correct.
I got heirloom.
Damn.
But the heirloom. 5
Whoa.
people picked SMG.
Wow.
5 people picked heirloom.
Who the hell did you question?
I actually picked from all different. I picked some stronger players and some people who were more casual players. I got a wide variety of players surveyed.
Okay, the net was casted wide, I see.
Must have been.
I feel like that answer makes sense. So isn't the heirloom like complete
Heirloom,
shit
yeah,
right now?
yeah, I mean now it's kind of dog shit, yeah, so makes sense.
All right, question number 3. And every other question is only 1 answer. That was the only one with 2 answers.
Okay.
All right, what offensive ability is the most fun to use?
For me, it was Ground Shock. Yeah, if it has to be the newest one, Ground Shock definitely. That's the most fun. It's like a better version of a Kong Bomb
All
for
right.
me.
So again, don't forget you're not guessing for you though. You're guessing what you think the most popular answer is.
Yeah.
That being said, that's a pretty good guess though. Like, you know, very fun ability.
So
I
I'm
agree.
going because the way how I feel.
Personally,
I
I
know
would probably say Soul Gust if I was answering this.
Mm.
Because Soul Gust is hilarious, and the bug where you can use it unlimited at the
Yeah, on the Oh, forge.
is
Yeah.
fucking
So
ridiculous.
nice.
Yeah, but this is why you're not one of those people that answering the question.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so let's find out the answer. The answer to question number 3 is Grounding Shock, with 12 people
Oh
having
my
selected that
God.
answer.
I'm on a roll here.
Yeah, you got 'em all
So
right
far,
so
yeah. Well, 3 or 4, you know. Even though it's question number 3, there's a 2-parter. You got 1 and 2.
No, I think she should get
No,
full credit
exactly.
for.
I think I should.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If there was a dagger involved in that one, people would say dagger. Let's go.
I just don't think anyone thought
I mean,
of
if you're gonna
that.
choose dagger or heirloom, like, come on, dude, come on. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh my god, I don't know. I literally just don't think anyone was thinking of dagger, to be honest. Alright, what is the worst forge for a circle to end on?
Okay, this is a good one.
Lear, grounding shock is like you shoot a little orb and it just makes them float in the air for like a few
Yeah.
seconds. It's like,
like the
here,
better version of
shoot
combo.
this guy right here. Get him with an
Yeah,
axe.
and it's really predictable where they go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Conky can send them anywhere. Grounding Shock, they just go straight up in the air.
yeah, it's fucking great. I copied the kid's paper next to me. Alright, we have some cheaters here.
I'd say fungal. Yeah, fungal is the most frustrating place to do.
Fungal, eh? Is that your final
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah,
Alright, let's find
because
out.
I know a lot of people fight there usually at the end, and then
So my answer for this would be different because I love fungal. But let's find out what everyone says.
oh my god.
Oh, so I don't know why, but I didn't put a number next to that one, but it's 8. There's
Fungal.
8 people who selected fungal as the
Fungal,
worst forge to end on. It's funny how the numbers for like certain ones, it's like what's the hottest drop? Crossing. There's 18 people who said it. And then it's like, what's the word? Like, what's the weakest weapon? 5 people agreed on one weapon. Everyone else said a different weapon. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's been very interesting to collect these results. So yes, 8 people said fungal was the worst place. I think the second most popular was Goblin Gulch. But
I
I'm
would
not
probably
100%
pick Goblin
sure.
Gulch.
Goblin sucks, especially if you're not a mage. Like,
yeah. If you're not on a high ground, especially at the end zone, you can just drop on people easily there.
yeah. The Goblin gets pretty fucked too.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Alright, let's get into question. Excuse me. Number 5. So I'm gonna be honest, this is one that had a pretty definitive answer as well. It wasn't like
Ooh.
3 people selected it and like 3 selected it. Like, this was a very definitive answer.
It is obviously the engineer. That's
It-
your hero.
It is. I don't know how
Yes.
you guessed that
Oh,
though.
I think he was the alchemist. It's not the engineer. Alchemist is strong. I think well, I don't know how people think. People think Warrior's OP right now. But I still say mage. People just hate mage, dude. There's something about the mage.
It's the healing. It's the healing with the burst damage, man. And fucking sword. It's everything. They have everything. Mage has everything. So you said Witch Doctor was your final answer?
Raise, yes.
Raise? Yes, Raise actually is the
No
correct answer to
question
that.
there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, in fact, let me just switch this answer to Raise right now before revealing it.
Just make it 25 because everyone will pick Raise.
25 for Raise, yeah. What gamer tower right now is Realm Royale, and we were just referencing Valorant. Okay, so sorry, what was your final answer though? It was raise?
Mage.
Mage. Alright, answer. Question number 5 is boom.
Yeah. I was thinking about
Warrior,
I was-
18.
Yeah. It's only because of this patch though. This patch they made it really strong. So.
Yeah, 100%. And it's everything combined with them as well. And I honestly think grounding shock helps their kit. Because it complements like everything well. You just get free axes, and if you get an axe, you're winning that fight. Like, you know, like, to open up. But yeah, so what was interesting too is like everyone basically said warrior. And then a couple people said like warrior or hunter if competitive. Or like mage if duos. You know what I mean? Like they had a bunch of different answers. But almost everyone said like warrior and something else. There was only a couple people who just said like mage or just said something. Like alright, moving on. Question number 6. What weapon is the least worth upgrading?
Bow. I think. As far as I remember.
Why do you feel like it's bow?
Bow.
Look, yeah, why do you feel like it's bow? Let's discuss this
Well,
first. Give Chad a second guess.
the one I was thinking about is because the way how I understood it only gives you like 20 damage, I think.
Yeah, but don't you want it to look gold and shiny? Like that's
And
why I
slow
upgraded.
people.
It slows people, yes, but gold is better, right? Like that's the
yeah, but
logic.
I think people just didn't want to like spend 100 shards. What is it? 150 shards for an
It's
upgrade.
150, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
150.
to get such minimal amount of stats.
And you gotta wait for it too. You gotta like sit there. You gotta get rid of your bow, which is
But
like
yeah, it depends. Okay, depends. Now it's again. You know, if you're talking about competitive, then I would say bow. But if non-competitive, you know, I think the answer would be different.
okay. Well,
But I would say
you
bow.
can. Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. Certain people said their answers for competitive, and certain people said casual answers. So
Yeah.
just guess what you think the most selected answer was.
Bow, definitely.
Alright, so longbow is your guess. Let's find out what the
I have to say
answer
a sniper.
is.
That'd be my guess.
Answer to question number 6 is sniper. Oh shit, I should have waited. Sniper!
With only 5, wow.
Because longbow had 4, and then there was a lot of people who
Damn.
said like pistol, SMG, shotgun. A lot of people picked assault rifle, so it's kind of that one was very spread. In fact, I was actually thinking it might be interesting to post on Twitter after just all of them, kind of like the results of like how many people selected everything, so you guys could see like the full breakdown after. All right, so let's move on then to question number 7. This is the big 7. Big 7. What skill is the most worth upgrading? What gives you the most bang for your buck? Also, a couple people just said
Is it
movement.
offensive or
It could be any skill. And it's funny you said, some people literally said movement. And I was like, yeah, movement. I get like two people said movement, like just general movement. And I was like, I guess they didn't really. I just didn't write it down. I was like, I don't think they got this question.
something tells me flare. I think I'll go with flare.
Interesting, eh? Flare is an interesting choice, and I will say it's like
because you keep constant vision with the golden flare, and you just keep flaring it up, and you have the vision all over.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially like cooldown, because you can take cooldown.
Yeah,
and that gets cooldown for flare and blast arrow together, right? Alright, we'll just wait a second here. Let chat get their guesses in. I just remember what the next question was. There were some great answers for that. Alright, let's see. That healing green thing. is that the orb or the totem?
Yeah. I think it's the shout. I think that's what he meant.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I was thinking totem, but you know, whichever.
What class uses the healing green thing?
All of them.
You know what was funny too is like people who have been playing Realm for a while, when some of them were saying like healing totem and some people were saying healing station, and that was making me laugh. Cause I was like, people still calling it a totem. I love it.
I still call it a totem. I refuse to use the word station.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the fat reveal right here
Latvian's
for answer.
PC.
Number 3, 7. So it's not flare. Oh wait.
Healing station.
Yeah, it was healing station. You were close. Like chat got that one right. That was 6 people who guessed that one. So that was another one that was very split. Like a lot of people were saying skull. Flare was one that was up there a lot. I'm trying to think what else there was. There was a lot of really good ones for that. Where healing shout was another big one, obviously. Yeah, that one was one of the ones that was pretty split too. So this next one, I want you to give it a lot of thought, right? I want you to think deep and hard and really just think to the core, okay? Who is the last player you want to see in the blimp with you?
Pinecone.
Why is Pinecone with you? Why Pinecone?
He's a hacker.
He's a hacker.
He's a
Hacker.
yeah.
So I'm gonna reveal one name. I'm gonna say he's not the answer, but he was selected by a couple people. And it's funny too, because like I kind of forgot, and then I was collecting the answers, and I was like, "Oh yeah, fucking Pineco, right?"
I would say Dab Smoker.
Top smoker.
Dead smoker.
Ooh, that's a good one too, dude. All right, let's wait a few seconds here. Let's see what chat thinks on this one. This is one I was actually very curious to get people's answers on. So I wanted to see. Some people picked multiple, and I gave like 1 point for each person. So you can, if you want, you can take a couple of guesses. You guys aren't getting scored. At least no one's really getting scored. But
I would say Shrody Cat, definitely one of him. Really good player. Scared out of shit out of him.
all right, not that smoker.
But also
Or
Dab
Pinecone.
Dab Smoker's on top. I think I never had problem with Pinecone actually.
Yeah, here's the thing about Pinecone though. He would like almost fuck with streamers rather than actually like hunt them down and shit. Like he would always like I would be just fighting and he'd just like zip around and start circling me like while I'm fighting and shit while speed hacking. He was fire. Like he'd like shoot me once, like you'd see him just zip down. You know, like the place between Jade and like those like huts, where it's just like that giant canal that leads north. He would just like you'd see him like just zip up there, like zip back, one shot, like zip away. Like that shit used to make me laugh all the time, man. Cause he would come in my chat too and just be like, "What's up, dude?" I was like, "Oh my god, this fucking guy."
Yeah, this was Dab Smoker always would come in my chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was alright for a bit until you just started getting aggressive to like other people. 'Cause I didn't care if people talk shit to me. Like, who gives a fuck? It's not like someone on the internet is gonna say like really cut me deep, you know? Like, so as long as you're not.
But it's funny. Me and Dab Smoke are really good friends actually. By the way.
Yeah, I know.
I have a great relationship with Dab.
Yeah.
I did, and then I just got kind of sick of it, man. I was like, fuck this dude. I tried to be nice, you know, and he's still just a cunt. So I was like, yeah, just let him just be a cunt somewhere else. And he's like, Latvian, I'm here.
He never Steve sniped me ever. Me and him. I think.
Yeah, because he probably
He even
knows
gifted me
things,
like
man.
30 subs in the channel, dude.
Yeah, I gifted me a couple subs too.
Yeah, he used to sub and like, yeah, same thing, man. But I was like, fuck that dude, man. Who's the fuck? Okay, so everybody, let's get one last final answer. Throw it in. What do you think? Who is the last player you want to see in the blimp with you?
I was originally gonna say Mouse, but after you said Shrody Cat, I have to agree that that would definitely be the choice for me.
Is Shorty your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dab Smoker hasn't been in a while, so.
Yeah.
I'd say
Okay. It is a recent, like, well, that's movie's kind of been gone. All right, let's find out. The answer is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was an interesting one to read as well because a lot of people were saying like no one. A lot of people said like the old school like realm, you know what I mean, like the old school realm gods like Crit, Mouse, those guys, but not enough to make it a definitive answer. There was one guy who I didn't even recognize who's I'm assuming is an EU player. 21 Soko. I've never even heard that name before.
Yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah.
he you? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I literally was like, I have no idea. I've never heard this
He's,
guy.
he's a Swedish guy, yeah.
And
So,
like, I can't remember who it was, but someone who was afraid of him was like a decent player. So I was like,
yeah.
it's gotta be someone, you know? But yeah, so Shrody Cat was the most picked, but there was like a bunch of 3 and a couple of 2, you know? That was a very close one as well. Alright, question number 9. Where do you rotate to from Lumber Falls?
Crossing.
Alright, I'm not gonna stall out on this one. Let's find out what the answer is. Oh, look, it's crossing!
Wow.
There was a lot
Only
of
14?
Jades.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jades, some Fungals,
okay,
couple
okay.
Valleys. There's some Valley boys up in there.
Yeah, Valley would be my second choice, but definitely Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I might wait too long on this one. I feel like
If,
they'll
yeah,
probably go
if Crossing
soon.
is not a hot drop, then definitely it's a second
Yeah.
place to go after
Then
that.
you know that there's all of us play the same way. We just try to murder as many people as possible. Where are you gonna rotate to? Go try to hide somewhere? Like I rotate to the closest house and the corner of that house, and then AFK. All right, the final question, and this is a huge one. Think deep about this one, because we'll never know the true answer. No, I'm just
Sword.
kidding.
I would say sword, definitely.
Yo, this man's not a Ghost Walk main. That's what we're learning.
Wow.
He didn't play Pepega Mage, did he?
Yeah, I didn't. It's,
There was
I think-
someone who
I
selected
think,
Ghost.
I think you're talking about hidden.
Ghost Walk was selected, actually.
But I would definitely say I think sword is just you can go all directions with the sword
Mhm.
for how long you want, you know. Especially if you play mage, definitely.
100%.
Even when I played Hunter, I'd always
Yeah.
pick up Sword. It's
Well,
my style.
To be
Just
honest,
because I felt it was so good.
the argument against Leaf is Leaf you can shoot when you're in the middle of your movement ability. And if you're a warrior, you know, you get that fucking damage on top. Excuse me. Like, Leaf is a solid choice for this, but let's find out the answer.
It's
The answer
solid, but it's not
is-
as good as sword.
Sword! Yeah, that one was actually really close, though, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
it was right up until like, the last few people, it was, like, pretty close and pretty sure. A lot of people were saying the Leaf, and then there was one other one that people were saying, but I remember being like, nah. Nah, it was the Sword or Leaf, or, like,
Yeah.
the two that kind of came down to. Alright, so that is the end of our game. I was setting off like cheers and like beep, like when you got them wrong, and like cheers when you got them right that whole time. Oh man. So Malidi, if you want to ask a question, type !ask followed by the question, and we will ask all questions at the end of the show.
By the way, Melitia, he needs to text me on Discord. I have to ask him something in French about French people.
In French.
Yeah, Melity has to text me on Discord. So Melity, he needs to hit me up on Discord.
Alright, Malidi, hit him up
I'm
for
glad.
French stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I have a question with Cuisine Royale. Where do you see it go? Do you know if there's like, do they have a what's it called? Like what's it called where they kind of break down like the future of the game?
You mean like community map? What they make?
Oh
what's gonna happen?
yeah, exactly.
No,
Roadmap,
you mean-
a fucking roadmap.
yeah,
That's the
roadmap,
word I was
yeah.
looking for. Yeah.
Roadmap, yeah. So
Do they have one? Chat's all yelling roadmap. Thank you guys, I appreciate that.
they do not have the map, but I think the game has been gradually improving, especially in sense of player base and in sense of updates. And actually, last Friday, Shroud picked up and did the sponsor stream for Cuisine Royale, and he said he's gonna be playing it regularly right now.
Who? Sorry.
Shroud.
Oh, Shroud. Okay,
Yeah.
he's a big streamer, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 I haven't really seen him very like before, but I know I've been watching some.
Yeah, he's on Mixer now, right?
Yeah, he's on Mixer. Yeah, but
Yeah, I've been watching that Summit guy recently, man. Now that Valorant's huge, you know. He's
oh yeah,
just, like-
definitely.
yeah, he's sick. I don't really watch a lot of big streamers, so like I want to watch that Brax dude too, because everyone keeps saying he's insane.
Who?
Brax,
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
isn't that the dude you were talking
Oh,
about?
Brax?
Brax,
Yeah,
yeah,
Swag.
yeah. Yeah, there's a
Swag.
lot of people who say that dude's like absolutely nutty,
Mhm.
but
Just don't offer him skins. That's all. That's all.
wait, why? He's not a skin guy. He doesn't use skins.
He got banned from Counter Strike because he threw games for skins. That's why.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
joke.
See,
That's
yeah,
the
I didn't
joke.
know that. So I didn't get. I was like, wait, what? This guy's not a skin user. He's default only. Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. So, do you know anything coming out of the future though, or no? Like right now, you're kind of blind as to what the actual
No,
future looks like, but you're hopeful
everything is
for
kind
it.
of everything is blurry right now. But the season ends in 3 weeks now, and every 2 months they bring out something new, something big, and they also working on a different game. Same as a World War II game. It's like Call of Duty style or Battlefield style. So that's in the making as well. So we'll see where the game
So
takes from there.
after watching your clips, do you think they're gonna add a tank to Cuisine Royale?
Oh, definitely
I
not.
can see that fitting in.
Yeah. I don't think there could be actually planes. I think they want to do like a chopper maybe or a plane, but
They're taking to the
I'm
skies, eh?
If it's a
yeah,
chopper, it has to
taking
be like a flying blender or something, right?
yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, it's
they
gotta be
also
something
wanted to add
ridiculous.
something doing with like a sorcery, some like flying with brooms and shit. So there's a lot of things that they just wanna like stupid stuff that
Yeah,
can be like competitive and fun at the same time.
just for
You know?
fun though, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Overall, the game seems like they really focus on just like having a good time.
Oh yeah, definitely. So there's if you can have a fun and you can have your competitive side. So it's kind of diverse what you want to do with the game. That's why it's so nice to see that they allow you to kill or do whatever you want, kill people the way how you want, either with traps and trap them in, or because there's I think 33 traps that you can put down and choose,
Oh wow, that's a
which
lot.
Oh what? Yeah, I had
yeah,
no idea. What?
yeah,
That's
there's
insane.
33. So the best ones are usually like low gravity that you once you press spacebar you like jump to the moon and you can't land. Also, if you tap on a trap, there's like a grenade coming out from the trap and it blows up. So you can get people in different ways in that game.
Have you ever tried to win a game just like straight traps, not shooting a gun?
No, I
Dude,
haven't. I haven't done
there's a
that.
fucking
Have
challenge
you
for you,
considered
dude.
it?
Yeah.
But yeah, the game is. I just like the game. Just the diversity of things that you can do in the game. I think that's what appeals to me.
No, that's fair, man. I've watched like enough of that. That game looks really sick, really fun. Like again,
Yeah.
it seems right up my alley. Like, what do you see about the future for Realm then?
Realm, Realm. There is no future for Realm. I don't see anything. Kind of the developers already gave up on the game, so I think they just trying to slowly just chip away. But I don't see. I don't know. I don't know about Rocco now. So
What do you think about Road Company? Yeah,
yeah, Rocco company. I don't know. Valorant's coming. Valorant is already now in the closed beta, and it's just really bad timing for the guys.
they're fucked. They
Yeah.
had to
Because
beat Valorant to
because
mark give
I
us their own
yeah
chance, and they fucked up on
because
that.
I already played Rocco and the Valorant is like 3 million times already better
Oh my
than
god,
what
dude.
what Rocco can.
Mhm.
Do you have a code for Valorant?
I do, yes, of course. I already played. I played with Lear. We already played the tournament on Sunday, I think, last Sunday.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, it's really
cool,
fun.
cool.
That's huge, man. I've
Yeah.
been playing a lot of that game recently. Who do you use? Like who are your operators?
Raise.
Raze, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
Raise
Of
is
course.
fun.
Yeah, she's fucking
Hey, because
insane.
it reminds me of Cuisine Royale. You just fly around and kill people, dude.
Dude, you've been training to play Raze this whole time without even realizing
I
it.
think this is
Yep.
why I've been leading up to.
Yeah, this is your future, dude.
Prophecy. This is prophecy, dude.
That's awesome, man. So what do you think of that game overall? Then you think it's got like a deep future, Valorant?
I think I can't stream the game because I don't know. My stream lags when I stream Valorant, but
Really?
when I play
It's
those
made
stream,
to be like low spec and shit.
yeah, I know, but when I play without the stream, I get like 300 FPS. But when I turn the stream on, my CPU just takes 100% load, and I don't know
Why-
why I can't stream it.
Well, why don't you use the encoder that's not your CPU, GPU encoder? That's the thing, right?
GP, yeah.
Try that. That should probably work, man. Because I'm sure everyone
Yeah.
would love to see you fucking frag out of Valorant. Dude.
Yeah, definitely.
That
But
game's fucking
I really,
nuts.
I really don't want to move away from Cuisine. Once I feel like Cuisine Royale is draining me out, and then there's nothing I do in Cuisine Royale anymore, then I think then I can start moving somewhere else. Because I feel like I don't have the attraction of a lot of people that I want to move from a game to game now. And then I have a lot of followage. So I don't start from the beginning again.
That's fair, man. No,
So, yeah,
that's
and
so
I
fair.
still love Casino Royale, and I still play Valorant, off the stream. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be around
Oh, dude,
in both
it's
games.
so fun, man. I'm like
Mhm.
heavy addicted right now. I'm on my last week of school.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's amazing game. Yeah, but you
I'm going nuts.
need a 5-man. You need a
Yeah.
5-man stack
Or
if
at
you
least
wanna
like
have a
4 or
chance.
3. 3 or 4 is like I like 2 men is
Yeah.
rough. Two
Once
is
you have
rough.
once you have a 4-man, then you bully the last guy. Though.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
that's
Oh my
just
god. Or you just talk shit in Discord.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
like, oh man, that's awesome, dude. Nah, like there's a lot of potential for that game, and even Cuisine as well, man. Like I think Cuisine has a lot of potential. I think its issue is it really needs to get itself out there, kind of like Realm
Oh,
had, where it's
definitely,
like
yeah.
people need to know about it for it to grow.
Mhm.
But otherwise, like it seems like the game itself at its core, they're working on it. They're trying to grow. They're doing the right things. We'll see how that actually works out. How that actually pans out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as they don't fuck it up, just like Realm or just like H1 and Fortnite, when they just kill it with one patch the whole game.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah, be
think they're
careful
gonna
with
be
that
in
death patch.
yeah.
Oh man, no, that's funny.
Yeah, I remember watching the Fortnite games right after they introduced the airplanes, and everyone was just
Yeah.
like, this is garbage now.
Yeah, this is where it stops,
Instant
and
kill.
then it's
That's what we were doing. Hey,
Yeah.
airplanes. I was like,
Yeah.
I dipped on Fortnite like a while ago, but like that's funny that's what killed it. What like was that before the mechs or was that after the mechs? Because I know people were
After the
pissed
what?
that they had mechs. Like they have these crazy like mech suits that would literally like, bro. If you don't know about them, they're the most insane thing ever introduced to a battle royale ever. There are these giant fucking mech suits. You could walk around and just stomp people out, or you could do this crazy
Awesome.
giant dash, like, and go halfway across the map in like a second. Or if you wanted, you could just unleash a missile barrage on people and one-shot them inside a house. Like it was the most like
Cool.
ridiculous thing
I
ever.
guess I know what to pitch to Casino Royale now.
Give him back.
You just let Latvian start with a mech suit.
Oh
every
yeah. Give me him back, please. That's actually
only
so good.
only 1999. Get a max suit right there.
But yeah, that's like I heard a bunch of people complaining about that. Like when that came out. And then the other thing was bots when they had bots in Fortnite. That made me laugh so hard because I was like, I feel you guys. I'm with you guys on that.
The irony in that.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
we're now connected, Fortnite. Me and you.
Look how people have turned. But yeah, I can't play Fortnite because every time you want to have a fight in a BR game, the other guy just starts building you a hotel with a 5-star, lounge and a working bathroom, So
Mm-hmm.
no.
I am
Nice
not going
queen-size
to
bed.
repeat my story because I've told it 100 times on here, but I stopped playing Fortnite when they just started building above my head and dropping on me every
Yeah.
game. I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't what I was trying to play.
Yeah.
So we've actually gathered some questions here from the audience right now watching and from Twitter. So the first question I have for you here, and this is from the Zombie Biter. Why his legs so skinny?
Legs are not really skinny actually. They're alright, but the reason is because
Alright.
I mean they're okay-ish. They're not bad.
They're volleyball player legs.
They're
Come
volleyball
on.
player legs. Yeah, but yeah, I grew in a very short period of time. I grew like more than 1 feet almost in space of 6 months. So I grew from like 5 foot something to 6 foot 6'3" in space of a year.
Alright, and what drug was that? Did you take to do that?
I just dropped my balls. That's about it.
How much milk did you drink? Was the correct formula a lot or a little for you?
I think it was obese.
Okay, all right. So
But I think that's why, because I used to play football a lot before I didn't even play volleyball since I turned 17 when I started going college. So I used to play football a lot because I was a little guy, and then when I hit from 16 to 17, I grew a lot, and I gave up football and I started playing volleyball.
oh,
You picked a
and
better game.
you didn't want to run as much, eh? You're like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
done. I'll just stand here. You hit that shit to me. Done chasing the ball around. Fuck that.
Yeah. Only chasing for a few seconds, not for 90 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
3
man.
steps, and that's it.
Yeah, a few steps and there's a little bit of a break, like just grab the ball.
Yeah, break and reset again,
Oh, that's awesome, dude. So this is a question from I cannot remember who because I ended up typing it in myself for them because we had to reset the queue. But it was, how did you find out about Cuisine Royale? And I think you answered that earlier. It was Liberatory and a few other
It was yeah, because we were looking for a new game to play. It was
Wait, moving
Liberatory.
away from Realm? How dare you?
Yeah, so it was Lib, it was
Yeah,
Legabone, and it was OG. What's his name? OG. The guy that plays Paladins right now as well. He plays
Unholy
well.
OG?
Unholy?
Unholy. There you go. Unholy. It was 4 of us. We just starting. We were just looking for a new game, and then I don't know which one of them found the game, and we started playing, and they played it for 1 day, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna play this," and I just kind of stuck around with it.
That's fair.
That's when I started. Yeah.
And did that game, is it true that game originally released as a as like an April Fool's joke?
Yeah, it
and
was
then
an
they
April
were
Fool's
like,
joke,
oh,
yeah.
people love this, so let's keep going with it.
That's where the game took south from the April Fool joke. That's why the game is not popular because everybody took it as a joke,
Yeah.
And in space of 2 years, they've been building up, and then it's starting to pick up again,
They're like, look, we realized what a bad marketing plan it was now
I think that's
to release it on April Fools. But like, we didn't know that. We are a real game. It's not a joke. Like their whole marketing is just like, please, we were done before. We're not a joke. Oh, that's it. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, dude. So did you I guess you guys all ended up just ripping. So did you use squads for a bunch, or did you guys you snipe each other? How did you start playing Cuisine?
We played it as a squad.
You just started rolling people right away, or was there a hard learning curve?
Oh, it was a hard learning curve, dude. I think for first 67 hours, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I think that's why people are dumbfounded whenever they come in my chat and I do 360 no scopes with jumping traps and thinking everywhere, So, because there's a steep learning curve in that game.
It's like their first game, and you hear just dumpster on them. They're like,
Yeah,
what
exactly, that's how it
the
is,
fuck just happened? Oh my god, yeah, no, for sure. That's how I felt with Spellbreak, to be honest. When I first started playing that game, I was like, I would just die and literally just sit staring at the dead screen for 3 seconds, being like, the fuck just happened to me? I literally was alive, full health, full armor, and now I'm staring at this goddamn screen. I didn't even see a person. So Strike McGee asks, when are you going pro in Valorant?
Well, that's a question that it's to be continued, I think. Because no one knows when they're gonna go pro. It's like, okay, in 2 days I'm going pro.
I think he needs an actual date,
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to know when you're signing the contract.
maybe to say June something.
If he sends it over right now, I can sign it in the next 24 hours.
Are you signing him, Strike, if you're there still? Okay, this is a good question, actually. I really like this one. So this is from Miss Saki Bahrain, and it is, if you could create a new place on the Realm map, what would it be, and what could you do there?
A Realm map or a Realm place?
Say you had
A
to create
place
a
on
new,
the map.
forge or something. You know what I mean?
Like a
You're
new forge
creating a new
location.
area, yeah.
Something
Okay.
like that.
Yo, Sanchez, what's going on? We were talking about you.
Hey, yo, we were talking about you, bro.
Yeah.
You the best.
You the man, that's what we were saying. Yeah, so if you had to create somewhere new on the Realm map, say boom, in the outpost, or no, say Crossing got destroyed, okay? And now there's just a blank slate in Crossing, and you've got to fill that back in. What would you put there?
I would put something to do with being up in the clouds. I'd say foggy area, in the clouds. And
so
you
you
jump
put
around on the clouds. You have a little bit of, I'd say, low gravity, so you jump a little bit higher, and you can just jump around and snipe people down.
Oh my god, so you just jump up there and you snipe everyone who's in lumber? You get this crazy high ground on lumber, and you're just get fucked. That's awesome. I like it. So you would add more verticality, though, because that's what a lot of people have been complaining about. Like you know that, like with Fungal and Guntown, both people, like not both people, both
'Cause
locations,
the-
people
yeah.
complained about the verticality.
I think it's because of the multi-levels of the verticality. Like you can't hear where somebody is because of the different levels. That was my major complaint. What I heard most people complain about.
Yeah.
Not the verticality. It's just you can't tell where people are by a sound.
In Ramroya, it's hard to get from point A to point B in verticality. You have to spend either your movement ability, which is like what 40 seconds cooldown. So it's really hard to get from point A to point B, and then you're kind of fucked because you have no more movement.
100%. Yeah. But so like, all right. So you're saying like I'm picturing it now. Like it's like there's something like kind of shoots you up in the air, and there's
Yeah.
clouds, and you're in like lower gravity in that area.
Yeah, there's no gravity, but you can't see anything down there. It's like foggy, and then you can drop down back in a map in like a zapping form. So you actually have to drop down.
Okay.
Yeah,
And how
that's
fast?
okay.
How fast
It's-
do you
it's-
teleport back up? Because like, what if
That's
people are
all-
just camping the teleporter, right? Or is that the play? I like that actually. That's the play. As soon as someone warps up, like I'm going to heaven, and you're like, nope.
Maybe they should do like you can get launched up with a catapult somewhere up there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Also, it
You know?
changes locations. It's not like a set
Yeah.
location. I like that. I like that. That makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
And then, but you can't see downstairs down. You can't see down only because then it would be easy to snipe people down. That's
In lumber,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like I was saying,
Yeah,
you
so-
just
so
pick
you-
it off
you-
lumber.
so
lumber.
you-
No one ever goes.
So you
lumber
have
again.
level ground that you can't see. There's like fog, so you can't see anything down. But there's like another level of a map that you can just explore and fight people against.
All right, that'd be sick. I see it now. Okay, so it seems like a lot of people went in the same area with the questioning because Mario asked, I got asked, is Valorant in the cards for you? So I know you
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of already
definitely.
answered that one, but do you think
Well,
you'll stream it if
yeah.
possible? Are you gonna try the video encoder thing? Is that a thing you thought of already?
Yeah, I'll see what's up, and if I have to upgrade my PC, I'll upgrade my PC just to play the games. Because yeah, eventually, the games doesn't last forever. People always move on and try different stuff. So eventually,
Mhm.
I
my
think this
ways
one's
are
gonna have
gonna
staying power.
yeah. So my ways is gonna part with the Cuisine Royale sooner or later. But obviously, everything's going so good for now on. But no one knows in a year or two what's gonna happen. So you also have to look up and look for something else that you can expand your stream to.
Nah,
Mhm.
for sure, man. That's the thing. You kind of hope. That's what I felt when I was playing around. I always felt it. I was always like, I don't think this game is going the right way, but I just hope it does.
Yeah.
Where at least with Cuisine, you're like, I think this is going the right way. I hope it does. At least you're like
Yeah.
hoping the right direction too.
Yeah, at least I have there's still devs and they're still working on the game and they still update the game. So we're not in such a shit call like in Realm Royale, because for the past year Realm Royale was like, okay, this is actually going nowhere.
Yeah.
We're going
Yeah,
backwards
for
and
real.
forwards with Realm Royale. So that's why I gave up Realm Royale like what late September. I already gave up because I just saw no future in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to see a
that's-
future.
Yeah.
yeah.
For me, honestly, I always didn't see a future, but I was like, I'm just gonna play it till the end. And then the servers went to shit. And that's when I dipped out. Because I was like, oh, this is just straight lagging. Like, every game I play, it's fun. People are glitching around the screen, and I'm like, I can't do that. And that's when I kind of stepped out of the realm. Because I always loved the game. I was going to play it till
Yeah.
the servers, like,
Obviously, I love the
officially
game as well, and the game is made me who I am right now, and it's like the core of my streaming. That's exactly when I started streaming. So it's like your first love. You're never gonna forget about the game. But yeah, it's just sad to see the game with such a potential just go down the drain. Because I played the game since the beginning. I played since the 10K, so I played against all the good players, all the pro players, and playing every Tuesday and Wednesday. I used to take off from work and play the tournaments, and I was making more money playing 10K tournaments than actually working.
There you
That's,
go.
that's
Yeah,
awesome,
so-
dude.
Miss those
So
tournaments.
yeah, because even if you come like fifth or sixth place in the tournaments, you still each get like $200 for like 3 hours a session. So
That's
It's
fucking
really nice,
awesome, man.
yeah, that was amazing. Being shoutcasted, when you get shoutcasted and you play against all the big people. So it was a really nice experience. It was my first like proper esports experience. Well, not really esports, but professional casting experience.
Sounds like
it's always gonna be nice,
beautiful.
Hmm.
Esports.
and and then few years later, like what, 1 year later, not even like close to 1 year, and then you see the game in that state, it just breaks your heart. Dude.
They're like, I wish we hosted
It's
1K
disappointing.
tournaments.
Now we're hosting $20 tournaments.
Yeah.
If only we went back and just didn't
Anyway,
throw
it was
so much
the
money in
same with the
tournaments.
community. It was same for the community. At the beginning, we had money and we were throwing money tournaments at the beginning, and then it just dies out. Just exactly how the Realm Royale died out.
Hmm.
So I have a question here. This is from Mexican Air Force, and he says, "How's Latvian dealing with the coronavirus?"
I'm doing perfect. So I'm working one week on, one week off. So going on work on usually Sunday night. I stay in the hotel because I'm a hotel receptionist. So but the hotel is technically not open. So I just chill at the hotel for the.
Hold on, you're a hotel receptionist at a
Yeah.
hotel that's not open?
Yeah, so I just look after the place.
Okay.
So basically, I just look after the place. So once like fire alarm goes off, so if you have any deliveries and stuff like that, I just take care of it. But I just sit for 12 hours and do nothing, and then once my shift is finished 7 p.m., then I just go and chill the room and
Fair
do
enough,
the same
dude.
next day.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so it's really nice, yeah, so far. But I think, well, we don't know how long the lockdown is gonna be, but that's just my schedule for the next few weeks at least, for now on.
So Sanchez says that you don't do a damn thing.
Sanchez is damn right. I don't do. So literally, I worked for 60 hours straight. I think, yeah, from Monday to Friday, I was doing 12-hour shifts so 60 hours in 5 days, and I met one person in those 60 hours.
Oh my god, dude, that's pretty sweet. That's like, it seems like it's not a bad situation. Also, Mario, thank you for the gifted sub coming into the Canvas 18. Thank you for that love and support, brother. I have another question here for you, but this is actually for Isho.
Awesome.
Isho, do you think Simple will frag in Valorant too?
Of course, Simple's a god. I think that's all that needs to be said.
That must be Meliti. Meliti is just obsessed with.
Yeah. Every single time I ever see Meliti, he always talks about Simple with me.
No. Why? Simple's really good, eh?
Yeah, he's like the best Counter-Strike player.
Yeah,
it's kind of meme.
He does meme a bit.
Yeah. Has he been playing Valorant?
Yeah, he streamed it once or twice. I've seen.
Fragging out. Oh shit! Also, Mario just getting styled on, by the way. Sanchez coming in with 2 gifted subs. Thank you so much for that love and support, brother. Mario coming in with the bra. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that shit. The bra made me laugh.
There's one more question for you. It is: did you know you will drown if you go in the ocean? From Miss Sucky Bar.
If I go in the ocean, you mean in the Realm Royale?
Yeah.
I actually don't think you drown. I think you just explode.
Yeah, you just you turn into like a dynamite. Somehow. I don't know how, but
you skip the chicken phase of life and just get fucking absorbed.
Yeah, you just go back to lobby basically.
Yeah, it's just interesting, you just get fucked a little. Get fucked. Oh my god. Alright, so I think, is that the last question that we have? If anyone else is in chat, if anyone else is in chat and has any other questions, now would be your last chance. Also, Mario coming in and just taking that shit back, absolutely styling. Oh my god. So does anyone have any other questions for the guest of honor, or Ishiro, or me,
or for Kinger, or Klinger, as he's also referred to as.
If you have any questions for Klinger. Oh shit! Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Wow. Mario, you're fighting against the wrong guy, dude.
Mario, yeah, you're in a losing battle here, I think.
It's a one-way street. It's a one-way street, dude.
Oh yeah, bruh. Oh man. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna grab one more beer while we close up the show.
Oh shit. Oh hey, Crippler's here. He was here last week. And Sanchez, thank you for all the gifted subs. We appreciate it.
Oh no, I lost track because I fucking minimized the thing somehow.
Oh.
What happened while I was
you
gone?
missed Sanchez with another 5-bomb.
Oh Jesus Christ! Alright, Mario's out. Thank you so much for
Mario was
the
out
support.
already on the first 5.
That's what you're
Sanchez
saying,
like,
man.
Sanchez was like, I have actually more. I'm not done yet.
Bro, let me just put the cherry on top. Oh my god, guys! Thank you so much for the love and support. I really appreciate it. This has been a very fun episode so far. I'm also trying to pressure you guys into asking more questions for Latvian because honestly, I feel like this is the opportunity to ask him these things you've always wondered in your deep and dark hearts, you know, as the internet has. But otherwise, we'll be drawing this show to a close pretty soon. Guys, alright, apparently we're not supposed to ask you questions, Pleb.
I mean, Sanchez has the bank, so I don't want to argue with him.
Like, bro, he's got the first and the gift leader badge. You know, he has some swaying power in the chat, it seems.
It's a back-to-back one.
Squad up. We'll see what's in Valorant after this. I would put the chances at medium. Alright then, Latvian, I have one more question for you. And this is, introduce us to something new. Is there any other games you've had your eye on that people might not know about, or anything else new you've been trying out? I would say besides, obviously, Valorant or Cuisine, simply because we've talked about those already.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't really play any other games than that before. Well, I used to play H1. That was my first BR game. H1's Z1. But obviously that game died out even before Realm Royale started. But I would like to play League of Legends on stream as well sometimes, but I don't think it's a game that people see me play. It's really hard a game to get into and stream, you know.
Dude, it's almost like you want a separate account for that too, because like the people who like Cuisine, 90% of them are gonna have no idea what the fuck's going on for League. So even if they come to support you, they're gonna be like, I know from experience. Just like they're like, I come, I hang out, I talk to you, but I have no fucking idea what's happening on this screen right now.
Yeah, because you need people that also understand something about the game and what's happening and the process behind it. If you don't know how to play League or anything about the League, then you know it's like it's a shot in the dark for you to watch the stream.
Yeah,
completely
100%. Different kind of game.
I can agree with someone who's watched, dude. Even like, okay, here's an example. Like, I play League, and I've watched Dota clips, which is very similar to League, and I'm still like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on because like, I don't know the characters, like I don't know anything. So it just looks like flashes on screen to me. Like that's all it really looks like. So yeah, I 100% get that. But League of Legends really is like the thing about that game is very rarely do you get this scenario. But League of Legends, if you have 10 players who are all trying hard around the same skill level, it's probably one of the best competitive games there is. Like it's really sick playing games like that in a good competitive game. However, what you get is
that's why Valorant is so popular right now. Just the way how Riot Games have implemented the esports scene and how competitive the League of Legends is. That's why Valorant is such a big prospect of because they have big esports scene. You know, it's same with if Dota would make a shooter game, you know, and then it would take off the same way how Valorant did, just because the legacy behind the esports scene and how much people play it and the competitive and the money prizes is just insane.
Yeah, maybe the next Counter-Strike will be a mix of Counter-Strike and Dota.
Yeah, exactly.
With any luck.
I mean, that's man. This crazy
because in Dota they have like what for the winning team there was like $7 million for the winning pool, you know. So winner takes home everything, you know. So that's insane money that people drop in and.
Yeah, you win the international, you're automatically like on the top 10 of most earning esports players of all time.
you win one tournament, you know, you win World League obviously, and then you're set for life.
Yeah.
That'd be
So it's,
fucking nuts, dude. Imagine being set from gaming. Like, that'd be the
Be
most
dope.
nuts life ever, man. The thing is, okay, here's the game, right? Here's what I'm picturing right now. We have basically a League of Legends map played more Smite style, where it's like you're playing it on the ground from one person's perspective.
Mhm.
Now, the lane minions, because you guys know League, so I'm gonna, for anyone in chat who doesn't know League, I apologize. I'm gonna use some League references, but the lane minions are jacked as fuck in this game. Okay, so basically, like if you can push a wave to a turret, they're gonna fuck the turret up. Now, it's a 5-on-5 like tactical shooter with respawns. So basically, like you're potentially fighting like your lane opponent, or they might have like an extra guy there, so it's 2-on-1. But if you pick off your guy like Valorant style, then you can shove the wave in and get the turret. So it's like a mix of like Valorant, CS, and League. It's all of them kind of mashed in together.
I'm
be
just
cool.
glad you're not a game designer.
Nah, that sounds sick. I'd play that. All right then. I think that is the very last thing we have to address, talk about, or mention tonight. This was a very fun episode. We didn't have the most time to prepare for this episode versus other episodes because
Yeah, we appreciate Latvian coming on such short notice.
100%.
I told you, he had my cat on he said he's not gonna give it back. So
I did have to hold his cat hostage to get him
Yeah.
on, but did you not see what we produced from that? We produced a great episode of the GG show just because I held your cat hostage. So,
Yeah, if you saw earlier in the show, he
sounds
actually
like a
got his
win-win
cat back.
situation.
we
Yeah.
did give him the cat back because he was on the show. That's how negotiations work. He met our side, and we came back with the other side. Now he's
I
got
have
a
my cat
kitty.
here.
Yeah, and everyone's happy. He's got his cat back,
Yep.
and everyone's happy. And you guys got an episode of the GG show.
Yeah, the cat even looks happy too.
the
Everyone's
cat is
happy.
so happy. We treated the cat well. But honestly, man, thank you for stepping up at the last minute. Thank you for coming on the GG show. For anyone who doesn't know, it's 2 a.m. for this man. Now it's later. It's 2 a.m. when we started. So we did try to make this a shorter episode as well because we wanted to cater to the man who's coming on literally when he should be sleeping. So thank you guys all for hanging out. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we close out the show?
Thanks for watching, everyone.
And it's amazing. I always wanted to be one of those things, and obviously I know King get an intro for you from the Ram Royal community, so it was just amazing to do something and tell something more about myself rather than just being a Cuisine Royale streamer, you know, because there's always a story behind every streamer, you know, and every road is different on how we got where we are right now. So it was nice to get my story out there.
100%, man. I would love to have you back on another time with another guest. Once we have people on once, we tend to have them back on again with another guest, and we do a more relaxed episode, less of an interview, more kind of just a hang out, chill, chat kind of thing. So, well, I would love to have you back on in the future for one of those double guest episodes. Otherwise, it was
Awesome.
absolutely a great time. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for the love and support, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks with the next episode, who is G2 the Loot. That is going to be the next guest for the next episode. Someone who has not been a chance to stream very much recently, so I think it would be a blast for everyone to kind of get a chance to see him on the show and kind of catch up, touch base with him, see how he's been doing. On that note, guys, thank you for the love and support. Take care. We'll see you next time.